Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our latest edition of the Basel 4 channel. After many episodes about technical requirements for credit risk, for market risk, for operational risk, and also the relation between regulatory requirements and accounting requirements for IFRS 9, for example, we will talk today about a new topic, but it's actually not really new because it's a topic that always is important when we talk about the implementation of regulatory requirements. And the topic is IT. Today's title of the Basel 4 channel is Regulatory Analytics, Data Management and Analytics of Regulatory Data. My name is Martin Eisen. I am a partner in PwC. I'm leading the regulatory management practice in Germany, and apart from that, I'm also leading the global Basel IV initiative of PwC. Like always, I'm not alone. Today I have two really big IT specialists with me. Marc, Michael, would you like to introduce yourself?
My name is Britze. I'm working for Financial Services Technology Consulting, leading a group called Risk and Regulatory IT. In our Basel IV initiative, I'm the leader of the workstream Data, Tools and Reporting Software. Thus, the topic of regulatory analytics is a natural one for me.
My name is Marc Kaminski. I'm the responsible manager for Data Excellence Framework at PwC. And I'm working also as member in the workstream Data, Tools and Reporting Software for the Basel.
As we have often heard in the previous episodes of the Basel IV channel, Basel IV mainly affects the denominator of the capital ratio, and does this in all the major risk categories. Today we want to show you that that's not the only problem you have to have in mind, but that also regarding the data and their availability, evaluability, quality and flexibility, the requirements are increasingly important. On this slide you see that we have both external drivers and internal drivers to take the topic of data into account. On the one hand side, we have a new quality of the supervision itself, because the ECB more and more requests more granular data. It assesses and evaluates more and more the topic of data quality and is moving toward a more quantitative supervision. So also the increasing importance of stress tests and ad hoc queries show that it is important for you to have data and data quality in your mind. On the other hand side, we have several internal drivers. For example, the increasing relevance of the reporting data in bank management itself for capital planning and doing more and more analysis and taking into account that Pillar 2 and Pillar 1 are coming more and more together. What we see is a general trend of a convergence of financial, risk and regulatory reporting functions. Thus, it is more and more important to have integrated access to your data. Today, we want to start to talk about the regulatory requirements for data management, then describe the disciplines of a more, say, holistic data management, and then give a short outlook and draw our conclusions. To start with the first part, we have collected some quotes from our customers. Maybe the most important is the one on the left side. They are saying something like, we have too many complex systems that are doing the same thing, or maybe the same thing, or something like the same thing, which maybe is even more to worry about. To get your systems and your data in a consistent way together becomes more and more important. Nevertheless, also today, we know and we use much of the data in accounting, in risk and in regulatory reporting in a consistent way already. There are examples on this slide for data that are kind of exclusive for one of the disciplines, but since we want to be able to do a reconciliation of positions of, let's say, equity and have a consistency in that evaluation, we know already today that we have to have a basis for bringing the data together in a consistent manner.
To implement the requirements of the EZB, we need a holistic data management, and the data management has different dimensions we are looking for. At the first, we see the data strategy. The target of the data strategy are the findings of data we need in the company and in the bank. We have to create strategies to implement the data and to connect the data in different databases or in different data warehouses. Through a consistent data strategy, we achieve better knowledge of the data in our company, and we get more information about our customers, of our costs in the organization. We can use the relevant data better as before, and we get more transparency regarding modern, through the usage of the modern technology. And we see that the data strategy is located in the CDO instance of the organization. In the second, we see the data governance. The data governance is all about the governance of data. The responsible employees who are completely responsible for the data types, for the data functions, for the databases. The essential needs of the data governance are the people who are working with the data and the responsible people, and the benefits are the awareness of the responsible of the data through the employees in the organization, and we see the role definitions for the business requirements and the clear definition of escalation paths for the responsible of data or the correction of data. The location of the governance is in the whole business and in the whole IT departments of the bank. The data integration includes all processes to integrate the data in the systems. We have processes to extract the data from the source systems and getting into the stage and the quality data warehouses. The data integration also includes all processes to get the data quality higher as before, and we have business functions for the business rules who change data and normalize data in the data warehouses. The data integration will be set up with technology. In the normal case, we use their ETL systems like Informatica, Ab initio, or so on. The essential benefits who we get through data integration are faster and holistic data analytics for our business models. We can create better questions to the data warehouses, and we can get more detailed reportings. We consolidate and harmonize data, so we have a bigger base of data to analyze. We get finance, regulatory reporting, and risk alignment through the warehouses and the technology of data management. And we locate the data integration in the data organization. In the most time, the data organization is in the IT. The next dimension of a holistic data management is the data quality. A special BCBS 239 get more requirements on the data quality in the banks. The data quality will be created also in the data integration, but they get also single processes in a data quality process, which will technically implemented in the ETL systems. The data quality is an essential driver for fulfillment of regulatory requirements because we have many data quality problems in the year 2008, and better data quality systems and a better data quality management, we can get more quality from the data. Next point is the end-to-end data quality for the overall bank management. We get better key figures to create better decisions for our strategy to lead the bank. And We get a usage of business rules to strengthen them in the bank, and we locate it in the entire organization because the data quality is a point that gets into the whole bank. The data analytics means especially the advanced analytics in the modern systems. The advanced analytics will create more information and knowledge about our customers, our cost data, our data in the organization, internally as externally, and we get faster response for the requests of the ECB. We have a better system to structure the questions of ad hoc analysis, and we can get whole processes of reports, which we need for the global management of the bank. The use of regulatory data for analytical methods enables us to get more information about our customers, our cost structure, and our competitors. We can get more knowledge about our strategy to win on the market, ensuring that you do an outstanding job with the information you get. If we see where the data management is today, we see that the technical infrastructure for data management is in the organization. And the data organization is created for modern data management. We are starting in the view of a better data organization. We can see that we fulfill the regulatory requirements for physical or virtual centralized data pools, so we can create better reports to the ECB. We have integrated data processing, the extraction, transformation, and loading. We have modern data quality processes on the risk side of our data systems. We have organization for data governance, data quality, and data validation, especially for our risk systems. This is the result of BCBS 239 from the problems from 2008. The benefits that we get out of this regulatory requirements and their fulfillment, we have more data for our business and more data of our business partners, of our products, and our markets. We can create detailed data for better campaigns for our customers. We have a truly better understanding of data. We have responsible for high quality of data in the organization and our employees. And we can faster change and escalate problems in the organization through better processes. In the future, we have more regulatory requirements. We have a faster response to ECB, and we have to enable ad hoc analytics for the ECB and for our organization as such. Our analytics has different relevant dimensions, and we have to create these different dimensions. What is our benefit? We can create better customer analytics for faster campaigns, for online analytics, and we can, through this analytics, we can create better campaigns and we can detail the campaign management. Our product analysis can be the target for the customers, and we can create better product portfolios. We can use the market transparency in the context of disclosure because we have more information about our competitors and of us. Optimizing the shareholder value through this is the easiest way.
We have now seen that one of our main aims in order to use regulatory data and using the methods of data and analytics on it is to transform the regulatory reporting groups of our customers that today are often seen as pure cost centers into, let's say, purely value-adding units. In order to reach that aim, we have developed a data and analytics framework called JADA that contains the components we have seen on the last slide. So we have the technical basis depicted in the left lower side. Then we apply the methods of data management on top of that basis, and then to reach the top of the hill from the last slide, we want to use the methods of traditional and advanced analytics in order to create value out of the data. And now we are applying this framework especially on regulatory data in order to build up a discipline we call regulatory analytics. And here our aim, of course, is to reduce the size of capital add-ons, to reduce the amount of RWAs, and increase revenues and lower the costs. But of course, we do not want that to implement in one, let's say, big bang step that is important and has many risks inside it. And for that, we propose to use an iterative approach in order to implement these techniques step by step. So we are starting with an analysis phase where we take a look at the current data and the current status quo regarding your systems, determine by that the possible scope of the data we want to take into consideration, and of course determine also the degree of complexity we want to handle in this first step. Then, based on that, in the target definition phase, we fix the scope of the data we want to use as basis for analysis and define the path along that we want to do the analysis. And then it follows the phase of the framework implementation, where step by step we set up this JADA framework in your organization, help you by modeling the architecture and thus setting up the data analytics framework from the technical basis to the implementation of data management topics, considering the whole pool of regulatory data, and then of course setting up the analytical methods on top. This will help you to discover the hidden treasures in your regulatory data, and of course we are looking forward to support you from the first analysis to the implementation of that. And at the end, I have brought you two, I think, totally different in their sources quotes that both emphasize the importance of data to your organization. The first is on the right side. It's quite old already, because Bill Gates, in his book Business at the Speed of Thought, Success in the Digital Economy, already in 1999, describes how important data are for your business. The most meaningful way to differentiate your company from your competition, the best way to put distance between you and the crowd, is to do an outstanding job with information. How you gather, manage, and use information will determine whether you win or lose. And then, because we are talking to a regulatory crowd in this case, I packed the second quote on the left-hand side of the slide, which we got from the feedback from one of the JSTs that was responsible for the BCBS 239 fire drills this year, where we learned that it's not only the Pillar 2 data that is in the aim of BCBS 239, but that also regulatory reporting has to be taken into the scope of your BCBS 239 projects. And it reads, the ECB acknowledged that the primary scope of the principles of BCBS 239 is internal reporting. Nonetheless, in consideration of the importance of sound risk management for a robust governance of credit institutions, the ECB considers them an appropriate benchmark also for the evaluation of regulatory and public reporting. Thus, you two and your Pillar 1 are in the scope of BCBS 239.
Thank you very much, Marc. Thank you very much, Michael. I think that was a really incredible presentation, and it shows again how important the topic data and IT is when it comes to the implementation of new regulatory requirements. And here it doesn't matter if we're talking about data governance, about data integration, data strategy, but also, of course, data quality is always a very important topic. And last but not least, data analytics. I think it's now time to think more about how we can make all these IT systems that are needed for the implementation of regulatory requirements and to produce the regulatory reporting to use it and make it more valuable for the bank and to use it also for other purposes. I think the presentation was really great and very helpful. Thank you very much again, and hope to talk to you soon in the next Basel 4 channel. Bye bye.